Da 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 da.
The following content contains adult language and humor that is not suitable for viewers under the age of 18. Viewer discretion is strongly advised. The views and opinions expressed during the following video content are those of the individual and may not reflect those of others. Thank you. He's here. He's not here. He's gonna go get his kale.
They gotta kick up Steve.
I'm here too. Yes. Big Daddy. Big Daddy T-Gap. Good evening and welcome, one and all, to this edition of PACIFIC414 Pop Talk, along with Baron Orman Tagge. And maybe when he comes back from the grocery store, who knows? Cash Money 007. You notice something, Baron? You notice he always picks a certain time to go shopping.
Yeah,
and his excuse is going to be, "I live on the West Coast, jackass."
What does that have
Still,
to do with anything?
Still, he picks an interesting time to go to the grocery store.
The Whole Foods in Fullerton, California. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's where he's at, Fullerton. He's getting his special kale. That's what he's doing. Special kale. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's got to get his special kale. He's got to get his soy latte at the Starbucks in the grocery store. And
it's
then
amazing
he's got to...
It's amazing he has any testosterone.
I didn't think he had any.
Yeah, that's true. Well, you know, that chin.
Well, yeah, that's where it all goes, the chin.
Mm-hmm.
How do you think it's gotten so massive?
Getting hit by women. You know,
he gets hit on by women. I don't know about getting hit by women.
He does? Oh. Cash Money can put his change in my piggy bank anytime.
I was just gonna say you have audio evidence.
Well, that's one.
Of this over on. Of course, it's over on StreamYard. We're using Rumble Studio, so
yeah.
I don't have it with me. Sorry, folks. I know. I dropped the ball. I dropped the ball.
I miss StreamYards.
Don't worry. Don't worry. We're going back to StreamYards on Sunday. I just thought since
I'm not worried. But the one that DJ was using was interesting.
Restream, yeah. I did sign up when they had their Black Friday deals for that.
Oh, okay.
And I do have that waiting in the wings in case something ever happens with StreamYards or any of these other streaming software programs that are available. I mean, we've tried Talk Studio more than once, and I'm sorry, I'm just not comfortable with it.
No. That one, I never liked that one. Didn't like that one at all.
Wasn't one of my favorites.
It's like Cash. When he passes by a big thing of steak, it's like, no. I need my kale. I need my tofu. Those poor animals.
Right. Yeah. Somehow I don't hear Cash saying that, Baron. I just don't.
Why are all the names on the milk females?
I don't know, Cash. You're asking me.
Well, it's simple.
We have had conversations like that. that with Cash where we've gone, I don't know, Cash. You're asking me? I didn't pay that close attention to it. What are you asking me for?
He gets so introspective sometimes.
Yeah, he is. But I guess we like him or something. I don't know.
I don't know. He just showed up one day.
It's true. He showed up like a
Like a
bad
cold
something.
sore. Like a cold sore.
I'll tell you who isn't a cold sore. And let's see if it'll let me display his name. Well, it's that Small and Rumble. Jesus, man. What the heck?
Rumble?
How can anybody see that?
I'm squinting.
How could anybody see that? Dang, man. What in the heck? All right, so yeah. So yeah. See? So I'm going to do some modifications here. I'm just going to have it as an overlay.
Okay.
Dang it, man. How is anybody supposed to see that? Really, Rumble? How is anybody supposed to see that?
Well, they think we all got good vision,
I mean, I've got okay vision for my age, but...
No, they forget a lot of us that's on YouTube, have hairy palms and poor eyes, if you know what I mean. So come on, Rumble.
You know what? I can't do it now that we're live, so I'm just going to read everybody's name off.
Okay.
Who's here?
Who's here?
Well, I can tell you who's here. We've got Big Daddy Tagge with the latest episode of Beverly Hills 414. As I scroll down here, we also have... No, come on. Yeah, I know I saw Lady V Elements. Hi, Lady V. Good to see you.
Oh, hi.
Hope you're doing well. And we also have that crazy Norwegian, Jason Fox of 540 Studio.
Dirty Norwegian.
He's okay.
He's okay. Yeah, he's okay.
He's got this crazy idea of tattooing PACIFIC414 on his thigh when I reach 600 subscribers. Please, everybody in the chat, tell him no. I don't want it. I don't want it, Jace. I don't want it, man. Come on.
Well, hey, be thankful it's not his Winsky.
Oh, boy.
That's what I was afraid of.
Jace, you need to rethink that, brother. No, honestly, you need to rethink that.
What happened? I just got
here.
Hello.
Who comes strolling in?
I had an issue with trying to get the I was looking for that Danish for Baron at the deli section, and I don't know, I was having trouble. I said I'm looking for a big Danish for a porkly gentleman, and they were trying to find something for me, so it took a while.
Don't call me porkly. Call me a fat ass. That's what I am.
Wow. We've gotten off to a great start this evening, haven't we, folks?
I'm telling you, Jake and the Baron, dude. It's gonna be a new show. It's gonna be a show on the CW.
Wait, I thought it was Cash and the Baron.
No. And every 5 minutes, he keeps asking, "What was in that Danish?" And then he passes out. That's crazy.
What's in that Danish?
Yeah. and then he's attacked by an orange cat.
That's right. He's attacked by an orange cat.
Damn that cat.
Yeah.
I hate that cat.
Oh my god.
So how's your day been, Cash?
It's been all right. Glad there was less drama than yesterday, so that was good.
How's that Whole Food in the Fullerton treating you?
I don't know. It is raining a little bit, though. It's weird. They said the rain was going to start Saturday, but
it never rains in Southern California.
Oh, it does. It has been lately.
They lied to me. They lied.
Let's be honest, Cash. This is the rainy season for California.
It is, yeah. But it's crazy. Yeah, I mean, when things dip to about 60s or even 70s, they we start getting some more wet weather. But it's good because that we don't have to think about a drought. So
Mm.
yeah.
And for anybody who might be wondering, Mike, how do you know that it's the rainy season in California? I was born there. I used to live there. It was a very nice state when I lived there. Then I leave and Cash lets it all go to shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I wish it was my fault, but there's somebody out there named
It is your
Mussolini
fault.
and his
Come
thug
on,
group,
admit it.
so
It's your fault. It's your
it's
fault.
not. I
You're
wish I
you're
could
the
take
whole
credit.
reason why the state has gone to shit.
I wish,
Well,
man. I wish I could
And
take
the thing
credit
is
for it.
we know secretly you're part of his staff. You're kind of one of
Yeah.
these sleeper agents that come on here.
I know, man.
And you
Sleeper
try to make us
agent.
look bad. That's the job.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, before we get into what we're going to be talking about this evening here on Pop Talk, the dumbing
Oh.
down of entertainment, and we have an
What
article that'll
happened
lead
this
us right
time?
into that.
All right.
Oh,
It's
no,
Cash's
boy.
fault.
It's my fault. I
You-
was yes.
You
Yes,
did
it's always
something.
my fault.
You
I
did
must
something
have-
because
must
I
have.
mean we've got the latest episode of Beverly Hills 414, and you've done something, so it is your
Oh
fault.
no.
It's always your fault,
That's
Cash.
too bad. I'll have to check that out later. If I can.
You'll have to check it out later, right?
Yeah, well, Cash is the one that okayed season 2 of She-Hulk.
Oh hell no.
Yeah, you did. We know you did.
Oh hell no, man.
Well, and we do have an article where, according to the actress, there is no season 2.
There is a God.
Yep.
No.
And there shouldn't be a season 2. And it's not that I don't
And-
like that
and-
actress. It's just I would have
And-
directed her a lot differently, that's for sure.
Why
Yeah,
why
like
does Bob
outdoor.
Iger need 31 million?
Why
Why?
does he put it up his ass? I don't know.
I don't know.
Seems about
And we're gonna also talk about Kevin Hart saying the Oscars are not comedy friendly. Robert Downey Jr. defends his controversial role in Tropic Thunder, comparing it to the
again.
humor in All in the
He doesn't
Family.
need to. Yeah, he doesn't need to.
Well,
though.
Well-
first of all, it wasn't controversial.
No, it's not.
It was funny. It was only controversial now.
We've had white people do blackface. We've had black people, a few of them, do whiteface. It's supposed to be comedy. And if it
Right.
offends you, then you might want to, take a deep breath and feel like things are okay because they are.
Turn the channel.
Gosh,
Yeah,
Milton Berle many years ago did those shows, the burlesque shows, and he dressed as a woman sometimes. It's a joke.
Yeah. He
Let's
was
go
known
back
for
to
dressing up.
Shakespeare days. There were men who
There were
portrayed
men who
women.
played women in
they were played
Shakespeare
women and
plays.
acted in women. Yes.
Well, that's because women weren't allowed to
Right.
perform. So,
Right.
yeah.
Mhm. But history and people that just want to spew history, which there's a lot of more of them than there should be. But
Yeah, history. History is written by the victors, according to some.
that's right.
So before we
read
get
about that.
into those articles and more, of course, we will be here until 8 o'clock on both YouTube and Rumble, and then we will shift over to Rumble exclusively for the last
Woohoo!
hour. At which time, when we do that
Woohoo!
via Rumble Studio, it should give everybody who is watching on YouTube the link so they can be redirected to the Rumble side if you guys want to click on that link and join us for the third hour.
Rumble.
That's up to you.
Rumble,
That's up to you. I'm not gonna
Rumble.
beg and plead and get on my knees. Oh please, come
Get
to
on my
Rumble.
knees.
When that time comes, you get your ass over there or else. You hear me?
That's right.
How's that?
Yeah.
Did I do good? Was that good?
Yes.
I tried.
Yeah, it sounded like a stern father.
Yes.
But we do have the latest episode of Beverly Hills 414, and I'm sorry, folks, we don't have the accompanying music here at Rumble Studio like we do on StreamYards.
Ooh.
Unfortunately.
So just picture some sappy soap opera music in your head, You know, imagine it, or depending on what Steve has going on here for us, maybe some action-packed music. You know, that builds up the tempo and.
Dun, dun, dun.
So it says, Crypto blinked and blinked again, and rolled his eyes. Take that stupid thing off, he said, as the figure wearing his face and oh gosh, I'm laughing. I'm sorry, folks. Oh gosh,
he's not sorry.
He's not sorry. Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I really am. I can't even do a Picard. Sorry, I am sorry.
I'm
We're starting
sorry.
to laugh already.
I'm so very sorry.
But
Jinx.
He said, as the figure wearing his face in front of him pulled the mask off, revealing Baron underneath. Wow, Baron, are you that desperate to be cash and have a prominent chin?
Mm-hmm.
That's something. I guess he is. Yeah.
I guess so. I'm a lonely boy. Just a lonely boy.
You hear that, folks? He's just a lonely boy. I don't know if you actually want to say that aloud, Baron, but hey, whatever floats your boat, man. Whatever floats your boat.
Yep.
I'm so lonely, so very lonely.
He's so lonely. I know. Come on, Mike. Let's get into this episode of Beverly Hills 414. Hurry it up a little bit.
Mike's talking to himself in a mirror right now, getting people. So.
Yeah.
All right.
He's broken.
He's broke,
yeah. And a 1 and a 2 and a. Bleh.
We're not even hour into the show, and I'm already broken. That's a new record. Stupid thing. It's your face, Crypto. Ugly, baby. But at least the chin gives me enough room for my beard. As Baron laughed, Crypto let a long-suffering sigh. Come on, Mike, read. No, I don't want to read. I don't want to read. Well, since you're here, you can drive me to the bank. As he suddenly remembered why he was going out to begin with, and grabbed Baron by the arm and drag him along. What, you guys going on a date or something?
I don't know what's going on, but I have a feeling Crypto's face is quite nice. I think people are just jealous, not just of the chin, but of the face.
They jumped into the Baron buggy, 1950 style hot rod car in front with an extra large back seat area that made it look like it was part boat. Maybe it was. All right, to the bank, but you're gonna owe the gas money, Crypto, Baron said, and Crypto frowned, reaching into his jacket and backing in the seat a little. The real Baron knows better than to ask cash for money. Who are you, and what have you done with Baron? The Fox Baron frowned and shook his head, the edges of the mask now visible.
I think Baron's been playing too much Payday 2. That's what I think.
I haven't played that game yet.
I haven't played it either. It was free on Steam, and I still haven't played it yet.
It's a fun game.
Oh, it's free on Steam?
It was for a little while.
Maybe I did get it. I think Cash did tell me to get it,
I thought I did, probably,
Ah,
yeah.
Sugar. You should have just kept on being ignorant there.
Ignorant. No, you're just ignorant.
That's my Pixar picture. It's pretty good.
The distinctly not Baron voice.
That's some wannabe
time.
Bash.
time a foul-smelling bag was dumped over Crypto's head,
I make a
but
great
not-
Klingon, man. Look
but
at that.
not the chin.
Look at that
really?
Klingon,
Really?
Baron.
Really? He thinks he makes a great Klingon?
I think I do make a great Klingon. Yes.
Right.
Yep.
What? You hear? Why? He sputtered. A bit to which Crypto just shrugged. Free books and the vending machines are sold. They take nickels. Wow. Remember when vending machines took nickels, dimes, and quarters?
Yeah.
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 I remember when the phone did.
Mm.
Yeah.
That's true. Yes.
Baron, what is that image doing on the screen?
Baron.
Well, you were talking about me.
I'm trying to read here.
Well, be that way.
Well, that tracked. Then again, the candy and soda in the machines is probably just as old and inedible, but that was Crypto sacrificing his inside to save change. Wow, you really stuffed that load of eating old candy, old expired candy that will probably give you a headache after you eat it?
I always eat old
I
candy. I love old
no.
candy.
Yeah.
I love old candy.
Not to mention a few other things.
Depends how old it is.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go.
Well,
We
the
need to get to the
MRE.
historic. Yeah, man. That's different. That's different. Let's go. We need to get to the historical society. There is going to be a problem with some vagina mancers or whatever Crypto coined up the phrase from Sunday's story.
Mm-hmm.
And remember, kids out there, if you're in a car with other people, even friends, and you should pay at least half for gas. Just saying, it's the right thing to do.
Or depending, give them, the whole gas money, depending
Yes.
depending on the situation.
I'll give all your old candy.
We can joke about being cheap all you want, but really, if you're in a car with somebody, pay some for gas. Be a good person.
Crypto blinked and shrugged, but headed out the door and to a Porsche parked outside. You better not dent that Porsche, Cash. You know how many times I've had to get that Porsche fixed? You better not.
Now Baron's looking for a picture of a Porsche that has a dent in it. Oh, you're not?
I'm not looking. No, I'm not doing that.
Oh, God. Why are you all concerned about lesbians, Baron? I mean, it's not like it isn't the first time, Crypto said.
You never
left up Mike's Porsche and they started driving down the roads. You better not dent that Porsche, man. Lesbians? No, vagina mancers. Not munchers. Like necromancers. Only not with dead people. Bear looked around. And isn't this Mike's Porsche? Yes, it is my Porsche. Why is he in my Porsche? Doesn't he have the Cashmobile? It's got a big chin front.
No.
Little dollar signs on the wheel.
Yeah, dollar signs maybe, but not a big chin.
Yeah, he took his Corvette, so it's all good. No, it's not. No, it's not. You didn't ask before you took it. You just grabbed the keys, got in the Porsche, and you took off.
Yeah. By the way, don't do that with people. That's not nice.
What are you? What are you the moral majority here, Patrol, or what? I mean, for crying out, Cash. Something happened on your way to Whole Foods today, and you just having to.
No, as I told you, I had trouble finding that Danish for you, man.
Well, that did explain why Crypto was willing to drive. If it was somebody else's car and he wasn't paid for it, yeah, that's why you need to ask first. Maybe I have plans to ask Officer Hot Pants out, and I'm taking the Porsche.
Mm-hmm.
No, Mike had a problem. His Corvette had been rear-ended like a bird's maid at the reception, and his Porsche was missing. Not even, no, just an empty parking space. See? Now I'm thinking somebody jacked off my Porsche, man. What the hell, Cash?
Whoa.
What? I don't know this other Cash. She seems foreign to me.
Huh. Right.
Yeah.
The tow truck had already picked up his vet, but he had declined the ride to the service garage because he didn't want to stay there with cheap coffee and week-old donuts. Well, I don't. Here's a little tidbit about me, Steve. I actually don't drink coffee.
Yeah.
So the coffee part wouldn't bother me.
Steve incorporates things that he thinks we would do that we probably never do.
the coffee actually wouldn't bother me. Now the week-old donuts, my stomach can handle it. Baron's car was gone. He could try and borrow cryptos, but that would require reattaching the steering wheel, then getting gas because crypto only kept enough gas in it to get to the station. Really, Cash? You're that cheap?
No.
Yep, he's cheap.
That's the alternative Cash. I don't know about that guy. But the funny thing is, there probably are people who are like that in real life. Some people. that is hardcore being a tightwad for sure.
It says he could always hike up his pant legs and try to hitchhike, but he was both assured he probably wouldn't get any ride like that, and also frightened by the offers he would get. I'm not even that desperate, Steve. I'll hoof it.
Yeah.
He decided to walk it. Oh, you got that part right. And got a couple of blocks along before realizing he had picked up a tail. Walking casually, he tried to ignore it till he could find a place to look back and see. The sudden sensation. The sudden sensation of being hit in the chest with knockout gas is one that you can never truly get used to, and every time it bites like rabid monkeys. Here we go again, Mike said. You have any experience in that department, Steve? You ever been hit by knockout gas?
Steve's been hit by a lot of things, I think. We're just not going to tell us.
Why was someone wearing a Baron mask under a crypto mask? I don't know. They saw the two of them and thought, you know what? I want to have the massive chin, but I also want to have the cool demeanor of Baron. Why not both?
Wow, cool demeanor. I like that.
And were they wearing other masks over the crypto mask or under the Baron mask? Are they even driving the car? It could be remote. What is vagimacy? And why does it concern Baron so much? Maybe it is perhaps a lesbian thing? Which would be the simple explanation. I don't know. This is T-Gab Steve's story. I have no idea where he's going with this.
I have no idea either.
Me either.
I'm scared.
Who was trying to knock Mike out, and why does he feel this has something to do with Oklahoma? I've never even been to Oklahoma.
I have.
I mean, come on, Steve. At least have it where it's Officer Hot Pants knocking me out.
Oh my.
Jeez, man. My God, man.
Come on, man.
These answers and more as Beverly Hill 414 continues after these messages. And of course, I've created Lady V Elements. I've also created Jason Fox of 540 Studio. And T-Gas says, the more you protest, Mike, the more he's likely to do it. I know that. I know Jace is more likely to tattoo PACIFIC414 on his thigh, which I am advising him not to.
He won't.
Jace? No, Jace, it's not going to be... it's not going to be a fun tattoo. No. You're going to wake up one morning and go, oh, shit, what did I get that on my skin for? Why did I raise that real estate on that? And
there's Officer Hot Pants right there.
All right. Cool.
Gotta like that,
baby. Huh? Yeah, baby. Yeah. Shagadelic, baby.
Shagadelic, yes. Now, I'm going to let you know. We are going to have a special guest coming up here. And this is him right there. It's Steve. Steve the Otter. He's got the otter here. And we're going to be talking to him.
That's about right.
So that's what T-Gap looks like.
Yeah, that's
wow. Here I thought he was human, but no, he's an otter.
Yeah, it seems right.
Otters are so cool, you know. Otters are just
they look pretty
cool. Yeah, I like otters.
And hello to Admiral Teague. Well, we'll get into that Tropic Thunder story, Admiral. Trust me. And also, Susan Eckstein is here. Thank you for subbing to the channel. Welcome. Just understand with Pop Talk, we're three wild and crazy guys just, having fun and also giving commentary to pop culture and some of the other latest news. We also have Paul of Phantomology. He's here on the YouTube side. And we also have Low Spec Linux Laptop. Hey, Baron, you want to play the video?
I can't.
I know you can. I'm asking you if you want me to play
it. Play the bloody video.
Play the fucking video.
Wow.
Yes, that's right. We've ladies and gentlemen, you know how Baron's been hyping up Penguin Dome, a battle between himself and Punk Waddle.
Oh.
Well, guess what? We have video of their first ever meeting. The first time they ever came across one another. And you get to decide who's Punk Waddle and who's Low Spec. So here we go.
What do you get teaser there?
Two penguins enter. One penguin leaves.
Wow, there was like a pause there after the video too.
I saw it.
That's crazy.
But yeah, which one of those penguins was Punk Waddle? Which one was Low Spec?
That's a tough one.
I'll let you all decide.
Yeah.
Did you say something that we're going to be talking about? Disney?
Yeah, we are talking. God, where'd you find that, man?
Internet.
It's great. Seems about right.
Yeah. Wait. Weird radio drama. We're the only ones that can comment on the radio drama, Paul. Jeez, man. My God, man.
Come on, man.
And I also see DJ Ronnie G, and I just want to say thank you again. Thank you very much for inviting not just myself, but Cash and Baron to be a part of your show Monday with Jason.
Yeah, thank you very much. It was a ton.
It was a lot of fun.
It really was.
Oodles of fun.
Yep.
More fun than a person should have.
Mm-hmm. And Low Spec has given us his response as far as which penguin is which. He says Punk Waddle is the one that got punked because punk is in his name. Okay, so what Low Spec is saying is Punk Waddle's the one that was running away. Yeah. I get it now.
Mm-hmm.
2 penguins enter, 1 penguin leaves.
2 penguins enter, 1.
Oh man,
it's a frightening world, folks.
You never know what's going to happen here on Pop Talk.
You're on Pop Talk, Baron. How frightening is that? I mean, come on, man. It's always frightening when the 3 of us get together. Even when the 3 of us aren't together, if there's just 2 of us, it's frightening. If there's just 1 of us, oh crap! I'm sorry, folks. I'm very truly sorry.
I'm sorry. I'm so very, very sorry. Honestly, I'm sorry. Really,
and just real quick, because you weren't here at the start of the show, Cash, and I had said to Baron before we even started, if we see Low Spec in the chat, that I was gonna retweet the show and I was gonna tag Punk Waddle in it. And this is what I'm gonna say, folks. I'm gonna say the first line has been drawn between Punk Waddle and Low Spec Linux Laptop.
Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. First
so I'm gonna go ahead and type that out. Or like peck it out.
Ha ha.
And for Susan, we do like to have fun on Pop Talk. Yes, we can get serious, but
why?
Depending on the story, Baron, we have gotten very serious.
Oh no! Who is that?
That's Paul.
No, it isn't.
Yes, Paul.
Alien. That's some alien. I promise you.
That's Paul without his mask on, right there. That's mask. Remember when he did that? Yeah, it's a frightening thing. Yeah. Well, since he was making smart aleck comments in the chat, I thought, we'll just share a picture of Master Paul.
You're scared me away. Yeah.
Come on, don't do that to Paul. Oh God.
I mean,
he did that to himself.
He did
that to himself.
It's true.
Yeah, nobody did that except him.
Yeah, but don't scare new people away. Come on, Baron. That's not a way to treat the audience. Come on.
We didn't know that.
People are probably running for the hills right now, going, "Oh my God! Oh my God!"
Well, see,
I'll make it up. I'll make it up and put that.
Oh, okay. See, Paul wanted to. He was hoping to be an extra in Five Nights at Freddy's, but
yeah. Mm-hmm.
So what you're saying is that was his audition?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think it was.
And let's see. DJ Ronnie G says, I'm glad you all had fun and appreciate your attention. You
can do it.
And contributions. No problem, brother. No problem.
Now, before we go on, though, I do have people who are in the know.
Oh, do you again?
Yeah, and I know we did drop one thing because we didn't know because it's just a rumor, but I think this is a true rumor because of how people reacted so negatively to the Dial of Destiny, so they felt like they had to do another one. This will be the last Indiana Jones film.
Seems about right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I hear
Indiana Jones and the afternoon nap.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. So, we'll be seeing that soon. So,
okay.
I just thought,
So let's go ahead and get into this first story. And I am glad that Rumble Studio allows you guys to share things, and you don't have to ask me. Oh, Mike, can we share this? Oh, Mike, can we share that?
Oh no.
Well, you never know what I might share.
You do that, I am booting you from the channel.
I have incriminating photos of Mike.
Oh yeah, we'll get to those incriminating photos later.
Oh boy.
Well, you think I shared everything with you? Careful, I can fire some stuff up now and get it ready.
No, really?
I'm kind of
really,
like
Baron?
Fit Fryer.
Really?
I'm turning into Fit Fryer.
Really, you can turn up some stuff now? No.
No, you're just ignorant. You're ignorant. No.
No, I didn't say that. I didn't say that about you.
I did.
All right. So this article on Bounty in the Comics was posted just yesterday on the 16th. It's by Spencer Bakuli. It says the Sopranos creator says prestige television is dead. Reveals he's been asked to dumb down recent projects.
Mm-hmm.
I think the three of us and everybody who's watching on YouTube and Rumble can think of a few examples of where shows and movies have been dumbed down in recent years.
Yeah, Pop Talk for one.
Very funny. How about no?
No.
How about no?
So what? According pirate flag? Oh, I thought. Did you choose here the word pirate flag, Baron? No, I guess not. Okay.
You can't raise it here, boys. You can't raise it here. You can't. All right. So.
Okay. Keep on going. I'm not going.
I will take it away, Barrett. I will take it away as soon as you put it up. Folks, this is what I have to deal with twice a week. Twice a week.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, to me.
All right. So it says, according to the Sopranos creator, David Chase, thanks to an ever-growing fear among Hollywood that audiences are either unable or unwilling to engage with any level of complexity in their storytelling, the era of prestige television, if not the entire idea of the medium, is an actual art form, has officially come to an end. Well, I'll give you a perfect example of how prestige television has come to an end.
Mm-hmm.
Star Trek. Star Trek used to be a very cerebral series.
Mm-hmm.
One that made you think.
Yeah, it had a more serious tone, definitely.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. In recent years, it's been dumbed down. They've added comedy. They've added a whole musical episode.
But it's happened to everything. Look at what's happened to Star Wars. Look at what's happened to Marvel. Look at what's happened to DC.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. Go down
Marvel
the line
Studios, when they were releasing films with Paramount Pictures, yeah, there were jokes here, a little bit here, a little bit there, but they were serious. And now under Disney, it's one bad joke after another.
Mm-hmm. Like Disney.
Mm-hmm. Lately,
but no, you don't understand. But no, you're wrong, Mike. You're wrong. Star Trek was always woke. It was always woke. Oh, I mean, they dealt with trans issues with Jazia Dax. That was all trans. You know that, don't you know?
Right.
Like that one episode in Star Trek Next Generation. Yeah, that one.
Oh, you mean the species that didn't have a gender, yet Riker fell in love with one of its people? Mm-hmm. And then she had to get a corrective procedure done? Basically be brainwashed to forget that she ever fell in love with Riker?
You can guarantee that they will use that for their argument all the time.
They haven't used that one. No.
Really? Oh.
They really haven't. No, they've been using the one with Jazia.
They've forgotten about that episode.
Interesting.
That's for sure.
Thank God.
And Low Spec says RPG video games have been dumbed down for a very long time. Yep.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, certain things. Yeah, it depends. It depends. But
especially the ones from Japan.
It depends. It depends. Yeah, right. It definitely depends on what they are, though. I don't know. Is certain things in that Baldur's Gate game, does that seem a bit dumbed down? I don't know. It's hard to say.
I don't know.
Hard to say.
I haven't watched a stream long enough to gauge whether or not it's been dumbed down, whether or not
Bear
not
sex.
paid.
That's all you need to know for being dumbed down.
Uh-oh.
Oh no! Oh no!
Chase.
No, Chase! No! Come on, Chase!
Let's start playing the Night at the Roxbury theme.
No, it's not night. It's not Night at the Roxbury Cache. No, and it's not the Mission Impossible theme either. It's more like the Jaws theme. Da-dum, da-dum, dun 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 dun.
Yeah, it's an interesting point.
They haven't used that one because it doesn't have a happy ending where she was rescued. Also, it doesn't feed the narrative because you can only go from gendered to non-sexual, not the other way.
T-Gap, you're wrong. You're wrong. Ezra Miller just did that.
Dun, 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 dun.
Ezra Miller.
Yeah. I don't care what anybody says. The man should be fired from Warner Brothers.
He should have been fired a long time ago, but David
Discovery, you didn't do your job. You didn't care.
Yeah, he should be the bottom in some Sweet Lovin' in Cell Block B. That's what he should be doing. Did I say that? I'm sorry. I'm so very, very sorry.
No, you're not. No, you're not. No, you're not. No, you're not.
Hey, Discovery, how did that new Aquaman 2 movie do?
Ooh. I think Aquaman 2 was harpooned.
Mm-hmm.
It was. It went down like a turd.
Yep.
Get it? Get it?
But a bump. It says here the story creator offered his take on the current television landscape during a January 12th career retrospective interview given to UK news outlet The Times. Met therein with the observation from his host, Jonathan Dean, that the current year would mark the 25th anniversary of his seminal series. Rather than respond with any overtly joyous sentiment, Chase instead lamented, "Yes, this is the 25th anniversary, so of course it's a celebration, but perhaps we shouldn't look at it like that. Maybe we should look at it like a funeral." In a way, he's right. When you go back and you watch movies that were made, even 10 years ago, 10, 20, 30, 40 years ago, and you look at what we have now, it's a disappointment. It's a literal disappointment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it is. It is. A lot of this stuff it just depends who's doing it. But I do feel that a lot of stuff has been dummied down for us to. It's just like when you watch something like Gangster Squad. We'll go back to a number of years. You watch Gangster Squad. It's just they're spoon feeding you. Yeah. Here's the airplane, but really it's, put it in your mouth, with the spoon. But they're just spoon feeding you all this stuff. And it's like, no, I want to think too.
Well, they're making TV for people who sit in front of it with their phones.
Yep. I mean, you watch, there's certain things, even like Animal Control, while it is funny and stuff, it does also make you think. But anything you watch should make you think. It doesn't, it can be stupid comedy and stuff, but it can also be smart, stupid comedy too.
Well, yeah. I mean, it doesn't need to make you think, but you should be able
maybe
to.
Maybe not always, but yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, like I said, the best Zaz film, Abrams Zucker film, was Top Secret because that actually had a little bit more cerebral humor along with everything else in it. But yeah, but it was still a stupid fun film. And what's so great about it, just like Airplane and all that, you can watch it over and over again and see the things you missed. But again, it's just a film where you sit back, you relax, and you enjoy it. But you have to watch. You have to watch, or you're going to miss something. And even then, you're going to miss something, so you have to go back and watch it again. Because that's just how good it is. But yeah, I mean, you take a look at the old Mission Impossible. You had to watch that show. You had to watch it from beginning to end, and not even take a potty break during those. You had to wait till the commercials and hope you ran fast because commercials were shorter. Because everything was intricate in that show. One thing led to another, and if you miss something, it's like, okay, what's going on now?
Well, you even go back to even stuff like the A-Team. Like, yeah, it was fun and crazy and stuff, but there was actually serious moments. Same with Knight Rider. I don't know about the newest Knight Rider. I didn't care about that, the reboot or whatever the hell it was. But Knight Rider actually had serious moments, and it was nice to see. They were pushing boundaries, which all these shows should.
Every show should push boundaries. Every show shouldn't be afraid to challenge its audience. Say, think about this for a moment.
Yeah. When a show does like a hurricane or some natural disaster, even stuff like Saved by the Bell going back, like they handled this stuff well. Or they did an episode about Jesse had pills. I mean, but they made it. These are things that could actually happen. So
it wasn't steroids. No. Oh, wrong Jesse. Never mind.
You're wrong, Jesse, man. They push boundaries because this is what the producers or the directors or whatever they wanted to do. And we don't unfortunately see that as much anymore. We just see this like, this is what you're going to accept.
Yeah. Do you think anybody out there today in Hollywood could write an episode of Star Trek that could be as impactful and thought-provoking as Measure of a Man was?
I don't know. It depends. It depends how much they care, and if they it's the mindset. So if the mindset is I want to do some stupid fan fiction, which like it's funny until I started really researching this, so do more research. Okay, then yeah, this feels like a lot of stupid fan fiction where they want these characters to be a certain gender. They want the character. It's just, but this is never what Star Trek and why the hardcore fans, same with Doctor Who, all these other properties were ever about. But they're like, it has to change. And so when they come out and say, we're going to do this better and it's going to be different, and then a lot of people leave because they don't want to watch it and the viewership goes down, then they yell at people and attack fans like, but you did this to yourself. You did that. Sure, there can be stupid fans and say ignorant things. People say ignorant things on the internet all the time, but they don't take responsibility for what they've done.
Right.
So,
that's true, because think about the live action Cowboy Bebop that was on Netflix.
I wish I didn't.
Think of how the fan reception would have been if one, they didn't have somebody who was part of the cast of that show go after the fans before the show even made its streaming premiere.
That Dingy Pinata girl or whatever the hell her name is.
Yeah.
And more importantly, if it had followed its source material.
Yes, a lot of it could have. It started off okay. It really did. Yes, John Cho should have gotten an actor who was around in his 20s, mid-20s, whatever, because Spike is like 28 or something. But it was like, right. But even the guy they got is Jet. It's like, okay, this seems okay. It's the first episode that Crit and I watched. Okay, this is okay. Then Faye Valentine comes into the show. It's like, man, it's a wrecking ball. Just a wrecking ball.
No, to answer your question again, here's another name for Star Trek. Peter David. A man who should have written for Star Trek TV.
Yep. Yeah, he should have. You know what? He wrote a couple of Transformers novels, and they're very good.
Yeah.
Interesting. Dude, even Transformers, a cartoon, even G.I. Joe, He-Man, there were messages in there that were like, oh, this is actually helpful, and actual life messages. I think a lot of these cartoons, it would be great if they bring back some of these life messages.
I like the
some
one
of them
that
have
they had,
them, but yeah.
I like the one that they had where Duke went out there and goes, "Hey, remember, kids out there, we artists are starving and sometimes can barely make them in. So please go into your parents' wallets and send us some money. The more you know. G.I. Joe."
Buddy, I don't remember that PSA.
I don't remember that one. Yeah.
They only heard it once, yeah, but they got a lot of money.
Yeah. Okay.
I remember PSAs about don't play with fire, don't play around down electrical lines.
Yes.
Don't
go under a tree during a lightning storm.
Well, what about the little ones that they had in between the cartoon? Like kind of like the PSAs. That's what you call. Like the snack time with Wheeler or whatever that guy with the top hat and making wagon wheel snacks with crackers and cheese and and just all that or just conjunction junction. What's your function? All those things.
That was good television, even for kids back in the day.
Yeah. They didn't treat kids as idiots.
No, they didn't.
Because they didn't want to raise a generation of idiots.
No, they didn't.
And getting back to this article, it says, as to whose services they would be attending, Chase explained that the deceased was none other than the era of prestige television, a catch-all term for all shows such as Breaking Bad or The Sopranos, which present audiences with more mature, intricate, and overarching stories than usually offered by the average network production.
Right.
That was a blip, he sadly admitted to Dean, a 25-year blip. And to be clear, I'm not talking only about The Sopranos, but a lot of other hugely talented people out there who I feel increasingly bad for. One moment.
Yeah, is something with the words, or is that my eyes playing tricks on me?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's with the internet. It's probably Rumble Studio.
Yeah, it is. It is. I can see it on my end, and in the studio section.
The late James Gandolfini there.
Yeah, great actor.
She's sorely missed.
Yes.
Because, we're losing a lot of great actors. We don't have a lot of great actors out there.
We'll see if some of the younger generation does. I mean, Ortega, there's some people out there who there's potential. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Moving to provide context to his feelings, the television creator recalled to his host that when he first made a play at becoming a television screenwriter, he did so with the intention of showing Hollywood just what the medium was capable of. He says here, I made them regret all their decades of stupidity and greed, said Chase. Back then, the networks were in an artistic pit. It also says they're in a shithole. I'm going to go ahead and say it, even though it's bleeped out here. The process was repulsive. In meetings, these people would always ask to take out the one thing that made the episode worth doing. I should have quit. Yeah.
Yeah, well, it sucks, man, because you have a certain vision and you're like, if other people there don't have the same vision, it's a problem. Then they want, okay, did we check this box over there? It's like, okay, but once again, how does this add to the story? And this is what a lot of people now in Hollywood, there's some that haven't, but most have forgotten. And it just won't change. It's the same with the Disney shows, same with Pixar, same with all this stuff, same with Star Wars, same with DC. Where is the connections? Even with the CW shows, like, you guys have something good here. Build on it. No, so you're just going in this direction because your feelings again. This is all about your feelings. This is all about your agenda and your feelings. Well, you need to take your feelings, that's right, out of the equation a lot. And then start writing a better show. You guys had something good here, build on it. But they just squander it. It's like, this is why this stuff continues to fall apart.
it says, to this end, Chase noted that it's at this point in his career, in light of the absolute creative freedom and ad-free airtime The Sopranos was eventually afforded at HBO, he felt like he had the best job in Hollywood. Now, however, he laments the fact that the industry is going back to where I was.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just like the country, Hollywood has regressed.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it has.
You got the participation trophies writing this stuff now.
Yes, yes.
And acting in this stuff, interacting.
Yes, because they don't want to see like the bigger picture and stuff. That's why they have to throw in some scene. Even I was watching the new. It's only one episode though. I have to say that of True Crime or True Detective. True Crime is a thing too, but and they were like, well, is Jodie Foster's character in there looks at her daughter and says, well, you know, I had to catch you on this video with this 15-year-old girl. And I'm like, okay, but I asked the question, why does this matter? Why do they have to be lesbians? I don't understand. Like, it's small, but it seems like it always has to, they just have to, you know, put it in there. Just, you know, sneak it in there. Oh, you didn't notice anything. And if you have a problem with it, you know, then you're a blah, blah, blah. But
yeah,
I was just like, it's like, how does this add to the story? Oh, you just accept it. Why should I? It's small, but it's just the first episode. But then there's characters that have relationships, as you guys know, in shows. Same with Star Trek, other shows, the newer stuff. And you go, why am I supposed to care about these characters?
Mm-hmm.
What have you guys done? Same with video games lately. What have you guys done to make me care about these characters? Why do I have to keep asking this question all the time?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Why do we need to care about this character? What's important about this character that we as an audience member have to care about their outcome? And you're not given any reasons. It's, you know, here's Ray, for example. She doesn't need any training, but you're supposed to still care about her.
Yeah, and she could have trained Finn. I mean, there's all kinds of things that they could do. That's why, you know, people like Crit and other people who have taken upon themselves to do fan projects, like you can still hate the sequels or whatever, you don't like what they're doing, whatever, but, or you do like it, but they're still making the character more interesting. And that should be always one of the goals. Doesn't matter what character it is.
The thing is every character in the sequel trilogy could have been interesting.
Yes, they could have. Yes, they ruined it. Been really interesting.
Right. And
yes.
Yeah, it's just
that's just one example.
And you want to know something? When Deep Space Nine came out, and you have Quark.
Yeah.
And I'm sure a lot of fans were probably thinking, okay, why are we supposed to care about this Ferengi? Well, guess what? As the series went along through its 7 seasons, they gave you reasons to care about Quark. To like him, to hate him, to love him.
And more importantly, Rom and Nog.
You talk about character growth with the Ferengi, showing that the Ferengi aren't just there for comedic
They're not just
purposes.
devious. Yeah, and they're not just devious. They do care about things, and it's just, it's very interesting. But that's what you're supposed to do with these characters. They're not supposed to be one-dimensional.
Well,
they've never been very good characters ever.
Yeah, they redeemed them from what Roddenberry had them out to be. I mean, let's face it. Let's be fair. Roddenberry is the one that gave us the comedic, unintentionally, Ferengi. You know, these are supposed to be the fierce people we're supposed to be afraid of. And now they're more intriguing. It's like, oh, you know, now we should really watch our back.
Yeah. And I want to say hello to Kitty Bear over on YouTube. And I want to say hello to Alan313 over on Rumble. And also thank Alan for his follow.
Nice.
So it says here, they're going to have commercials noted referencing the recent introduction of ads to both Netflix and Prime Video, and I've already been told to dumb it down. You know what? I'm going to make a reference to a alien species that was introduced in Star Trek: The Next Generation. They want everybody to be Pac-Lids. They want everybody to be Pac-Lids going, we are smart. We watch things. Things that make us go. No, seriously. They want everybody to be Pac-Lids.
Yeah, they do. No, I get it.
Zathras is smart.
Zathras. It's not Zathras, but Zathras.
Yeah, not Zathras, but Zathras, yes.
It says, in support of his opinion, Chase then told Dean that one of his current projects, a series described by the latter as being about a high-end prostitute forced into witness protection and co-written by FX, a teacher miniseries screenwriter, Hannah Fidel, has found itself stalling in development because their unspecified network partners are worried that viewers will find its story too complicated to follow. I don't know. I'm already intrigued.
Yeah.
I'm already intrigued because I would like to see that series see the light of day and see where it goes, you know? It says, who is this all really for? He then questioned. I guess the stockholders.
You know, I have to slightly disagree with them on that one. I don't think it is the stockholders. They want something that's going to give them return on their investment. It's the studio head.
Yeah, I mean, yes, sometimes they do, but you even saw that Iger card.
Right.
The call. Some of those people were very upset, and I think that was legitimate too. And I agree with Valiant. I don't think they wanted some of those people to get through.
Yeah, and 2 years in a row. 2 years in a row.
Yeah. It's crazy.
So I honestly think the stockholders. I don't think it's the stockholders that's telling them to dumb the stuff down.
It's the studio heads. It's the CEOs like Bob Iger who are doing it.
Yeah, and what's his name over?
I mean, sure, some of them may like this direction, but I can't imagine the majority of them do.
Oh yeah, I'm not saying all of them are in lockstep together. Obviously not. Each one has their own. But I think the majority of the stockholders are not happy.
I mean, you could sit there and like present their old shows to Disney and say, this is the kind of, ask yourself, don't you think a lot of people would like more of this than what you guys are doing with this?
No, they're too busy putting warnings in front of Spin and Marty because somebody might be offended by Spin and Marty, you know.
I don't know about that one. I'll have to look
no, that's true. That's true.
Okay. No, I believe you. I just don't know about this Spin and Marty or whatever you're talking about.
You don't know about Spin and Marty?
No, I haven't heard about that.
Spin and Marty was
go ahead. Yeah.
The original Mickey Mouse Club with Annette Funicello and all the others.
Oh, okay.
But they had a little short segment in there. You know, it ran for about I don't know, maybe 5-10 minutes. You know, little shorts, and one was Spin and Marty, and they're kind of like a Boy Scouts, Junior Woodchuck type of thing on a ranch.
Okay.
And of course, they'd have a quick little adventure with Spin and Marty. Those were the two names of the two characters.
Okay.
And I think if you do look on Disney, I think they have those shorts on there, but they put a little warning on there because this might offend your sensibilities.
Go ahead.
No, this is from a more ist time. You know.
Oh, come on! See, they do that all the time. It's just like I had a what was it, a conversation a while back with a friend. It's like, oh well, everybody in the 1950s and stuff were all racist, like the writing these comic books and stuff. How do you know that? You weren't even alive then.
Unless you lived during that decade or spoke to someone who lived during that decade, how are you going to know?
They have to be because they were all white. How do you know they all were white? Oh, well, you don't know that. Oh, well, come on.
I seem to be recalling another Deep Space Nine episode, Far Beyond the Stars.
Do we have to go back to
Benny? Brother Benny.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. Do we even have to go back to something like the original Back to the Future where they went back in time to the 1950s and stuff? Guess what? There was a person in there. Oh, wait for it. He was a black man, and he was quirky and he was funny. And later on, he became mayor. Wow, what a concept.
In 1985, where Marty comes from, he's mayor. Because Marty even says
it. I like the
That's
sound
right.
of
He's
that.
going to be mayor. Yeah.
I will
Mayor
be
Goldie
mayor.
Wilson.
Yeah, exactly.
I like the sound of that.
That's right. I like the sound of that. Like it was
right.
But it was funny and it was clever and it was just like, yeah, but they don't want to see their own bullshit. So they want to keep making. They want to find these other arguments and look at this, look at this. You know, it's just so funny. It's like, come on, guys.
If that's the case, then all those comics, and you can get some of the comics from those eras for not so expensive. They'd be riddled with all that, but they're not.
Exactly. No,
just like
they are not.
TV shows, the same thing. I mean, we all know how full the Twilight Zone was. They never ever touched on it.
Right. I mean, Jordan Peele, he doesn't. I mean, it's crazy to me. He doesn't even want to hire white people, like for his movies. The main cast, he doesn't want any white people. He's made that very clear. I don't know why. It's like you've worked with white people, man, on Mad TV. Why are you saying these things? It's ridiculous.
Because now we're seeing who the true ists and phobes are. They're the ones that scream it the most.
Exactly.
Honestly.
Yeah, and I like what Losfex says here. I was born in 1969, was raised colorblind. FD's race baiting.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep. That's what they usually are. Yeah. Of course.
Back then, yes. There's going to be issues in no matter what era.
Yes. Humans bring in issues. It's just how it is.
Nothing is perfect.
People
do shit to each other.
Yes.
Yep. We are an imperfect race.
We are. We are.
Right. But the thing is we had things like the Twilight Zone, Outer Limits, Playhouse 90, Star Trek. We had all these shows that tackled these things. But the thing is they weren't woke.
No.
They made us think. They didn't come over and start hitting over his head that you have to think this way or else.
Nope.
Which is
it was social commentary that they were making.
Yeah, it was social awareness, not social justice.
That's right.
And there was a big difference between the two.
Agreed.
And of course, the morons are going to say, "No, you're wrong. You're ignorant. But have you watched these things? No, because I don't want to be polluted by it. Well, then you're a moron.
Yeah, that's why it's disappointing to see.
We'll see. We'll see when someone, for example, says they don't want to be polluted about it. Well, aren't you showing your ignorance by not wanting to see what it is that everybody is praising so much, even to these, 2020 days, 2023, they're still praising a show that's almost 60 years old, as in Star Trek,
and even older other shows.
I
mean, and when it comes around to polluting yourself with stuff that's we find disgusting, yes, I've seen A Birth of a Nation. Yes, I've seen Triumph of the Will. Why? You don't run away from this stuff.
Right.
You see what it's about. It's like, okay, yeah, the artistry in Triumph of the Will is wonderful. The message is not, right? Yes, A Birth of a Nation, beautifully shot film. The message is shit. So, yeah, I mean, you do go and quote unquote pollute yourself. That's the only way you know what the F you're talking about, right? You don't run away from the ugliness of the past. And then if you run away from the ugliness of that past and then start criticizing it, then it shows that you don't know anything about it. Then you start homogenizing and doing these just blanket assaults.
And we're already regressing as a society as it is right now.
Yeah. I'm waiting for the signs to come up on the water fountains now.
Right.
I literally am, because and the thing is, it's not us that's doing it. You have
people
the
in power who are doing it.
Yeah. No, it's like this is the black only area. No whites allowed in here. You're having that showing up on campuses. You're having that show up in other places. And of course, just like you said, Peel. I don't want white people in my cast. Right?
Yep.
So, excuse me.
And I doubt Keegan-Michael Key, I don't think he feels that way.
I hope not.
I would hope not. Yeah.
But the thing is I'm waiting for the water fountains to get the science. It's like, didn't we fight this? Didn't we go through something in the 50s and 60s to do this?
Yeah. What was the civil rights movement all about? To get rid of all the segregation.
Yeah, remember that horrible, mean, rotten Charlton Heston walking side by side with MLK, fighting for civil rights, right?
Oh no, they don't like him because of, his support of the NRA. It's just idiocy, man.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. But let's just grab one thing that we don't agree with and just run with it. It's like, well, that's fine, great, wonderful. You're a moron.
Yep. And it says, closing out his thoughts on the topic, Chase asserted, as the human race goes on, we are more into multitasking. Your phone is just one symptom, but who can really focus? Your mother could be dying and you are by her hospital bed taking calls. We seem to be confused and audiences can't keep their minds on things, so we can't make anything that makes too much sense. Takes our attention and requires an audience to focus.
Now, granted, sometimes when you have people with the phones on the side, they're trying to get the phone calls to the last minute phone calls out to family. But yeah, there's almost a sit on their phone. They're playing fucking Candy Crush while the person's hacking.
Yeah, because I will admit that when my mother passed away 3 years ago, it'll be 3 years next week on the 25th. I didn't whip out my phone once. I was by her bedside, holding her hand the whole time and just talking with her.
Right. But I mean, if someone pulls out the phone so they can get a phone call out to somebody so they can say their goodbyes, that's one of the wonderful things about cell phones is to use it for something like that.
Yeah, so someone can say their final goodbyes to a loved one. That's what's important, right there.
The problem is that as humans, we in a way do become a slave to our technology.
Oh hell yeah!
What happens when our internet goes down? Oh, the world's gonna end. It's.
I wish I had a book to read.
Right, exactly. Oh man, yeah. What's that? Yeah.
That's a book.
No.
I can't get my
nerds. That's for nerds, people reading books and stuff.
Nerd. Yeah, DJ, are you here? You hear that, DJ? Time to get your turtles all together. You'll do an attack for people making idiotic comments like that.
Yeah.
Well, you got spell check now, so you don't have to really know how to spell anymore. You got your calculators with you all the time. You don't know, so to keep you from, so you don't have to do math. And I admit, I'm
right.
Math. I like having a calculator,
man. Of course. I mean,
I know my weaknesses,
but you don't want to rely on this stuff all the time. No. Like you want to, but. Yeah, I mean, I was in the grocery store a while back, and this woman was having trouble counting money, probably because she's used to seeing 50, 50, whatever. And I'm like, "Are you okay?" And she was like, "Not really."
2 bits, 4 bits, 6 bits a dollar. There you go.
Right. But it's just they probably had a brain freeze or whatever. But we get so used to our computers and all the things we can do, which is great. But when this stuff goes down, it's like, okay. Well, there's books still. You can go outside, obviously. I mean,
not here, not now.
Right.
I worked with a young kid, and I say kid because he was younger than me. And when I worked retail, he wasn't able to count back the change, and I looked at him like, you can't count it back.
Did cash catch on eventually?
I don't think so.
That was the beginning of his love for money.
Right, sure.
So I wasn't rude to him or anything. It's like, you can't count it back because he looks at me. He's going, Mike, can you give her back the change? Because I saw what he put in there. I was paying attention. I was watching. I said, all right.
You have people that don't know how to read an analog clock.
Yeah. Trust me. Some of the people I worked with, they didn't know how to read an analog clock.
I find it interesting. A lot of people have asked me, like, what is the Pacific time, Eastern time, and Central time? I said, look, Central time is 2 hours. Mountain time is 1. Like, you can just look this stuff up too. But I guess people just aren't thinking about it as much. Like, it gets a little trickier when you're thinking about places like the UK or Norway or other places. But then you gotta. Yeah, but even like YouTube, if things are set, it'll tell you what time it is here that you're supposed to be on the show or whatever. So,
right.
I know that when I ask somebody to come on the Pop Talk, I got to get better at recognizing their local time, so I can say it's 6 p.m. Eastern here for a Wednesday show, but it would be such and such a time for you, where you are for your local time. I got to get better at that.
Mike started doing that for me, and I appreciate it.
And the article looks like it finishes out here by saying, and as for streaming executives, it gets worse. He added, we're going back to where we were. So it is a funeral, Chase concluded. Something is dying. Yeah.
Yeah,
it is dying, unfortunately. It just we just want to try not to be like it's dead. Now, stuff like Doctor Who, like Baron has said, is it dead? It's certainly on life support. I don't know how much they can beat that hammer.
Yeah, well, new Doctor Who is dead, but the thing is it's risen from the dead already. I mean, I've been through it already. Season 1989, season 26. That coming to an end. And no Doctor Who in the 90s until you had the movie. So, I know what it's like. I know it's like waiting. I know what it's like seeing Doctor Who coming to an end, and it was coming to an end at that time. It was running. They were wanting it to die. Michael Gade was, and they needed to have somebody other than JMS take over and put new life in it. But it went down. Well, you got the same thing. You bring back R.T. Davies, and what's he doing? Well, he's turning into a shit show.
Right.
And I'll tell you. I'll tell you guys something. When the final episode of Enterprise aired, these are the voyages, and not hearing any news about any future Star Trek series because Les Moonves was hell bent on getting rid of Star Trek. I was sad.
Well, yeah, I don't,
because I didn't know when I would see another new episode of Star Trek. And yes, I did get excited when I heard about the new Star Trek movie. Little did I know what it was going to be when I saw it.
Am I the only one that wasn't excited? I was the one going.
I don't know.
I was
like, yeah,
nervous.
that's cool, I guess.
Yeah, I was I was nervous, but they're going through. Well, we're going to see Kirk in the Academy stuff. Like they were talked about that once before, and it wasn't a good idea then. So,
yeah, Harv Bennett wanted to do a Starfleet Academy series.
Yeah, that was going to be Star Trek 6. It was only going to have Nimoy and Shatner basically doing reminiscing of their days in Starfleet Academy. It's like all of us turned like yesterday's burrito.
It's just right. And however you feel about I don't know, it's just something all the time. But when people are like, "Oh, I don't like Enterprise," I'm like, "You don't like Captain Archer? Man, he's great." you don't like him? Like,
I don't like it. I don't like it. No. Janeway's the best. Yeah, no.
You don't like Trip?
Picard doesn't know how to throw a punch.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, Phil.
Yeah.
And T-Gap Steve over on YouTube, we know what his favorite activity on the calculator was.
Yeah.
He says boobs.
Yep.
That's the thing that Quagmire showed Chris on Family Guy.
And Padawanami says got the notification, figured I'd play Tomb Raider while waiting. Almost 2 hours later, whoops! Hi everybody, Padawanami. Well, what have we always said here? What is the model here? Besides, don't give up on me in a game because you never know what you'll miss. But the motto for Pop Talk is you're never late. You're always on time. You're here when you're meant to be here.
Never give up. Never surrender. See, and that's another one too. A film that's poking fun at Star Trek and Star Trek fans. And look how smart that was. Oh, and that's done. Hey, Cash, are you ready, Cash? You ready, Cash?
What?
I'm ready.
Yeah.
Yes. Thanks up.
Remember, he said we could. Nobody could do it.
Yeah, but see, unlike on StreamYard, you guys can't bring yourself back when I boot you out.
Oh, yo.
That's true.
Well, yeah. Yo ho, pirate's life for
me. I mean, even the Curse of the Black Pearl was still had smarts to it. It wasn't a dumb film.
No,
you'd think it would be because it's based off of a ride, but it's like, oh wow.
I still like 5, and I have problems with 4. He wanted to do more of a solo project. I was like, Blackbeard has a daughter, whatever. But what kept that movie was, to me, still pretty good. Is of course Barbossa and Jack Sparrow. Yeah.
Blackbeard had a daughter. Was she Blackbush?
No, he wasn't.
Okay.
Hey!
Hey-oh. I'm just
Baron McMahon.
And even stuff like Tron that I know they said it never did that well. It still became like a cult classic, which is
a very
yeah.
You wouldn't make a movie Tron Legacy or even have an animated series if it wasn't.
Nope.
And it's one that caught on later. And yes, that film had some deep messages in it. It was a messiah. And if people didn't get that, well, I'm sorry for you.
Too bad.
Because they're just so used to Disney doing this now. I mean, that's still
yeah.
Pretty much, yes.
I mean, say what you will about Star Trek 5, and I know I've said this before. But there are some good parts of it, and one of the good parts is when
the Bones stuff
Kirk, Bones, and McCoy are at Yosemite, and they're having their little camp out, and they're just talking. They're having a conversation where the gist of the conversation is, we spend so much time together in space. What do we do when we have off time? We spend it together. Why? Because they're brothers.
They
may not be brothers by blood, but they're brothers.
That's like us. How often do we stick together in Discord afterwards? I can't get rid of you guys. Not get the hip with you guys, man.
Well, when you have a good camaraderie with your friends, and that's how it goes.
Hey, I want you on the show, but you guys have Cash and Pacific with you.
Yeah. I mean, that's a perfect example. DJ Ronnie G had us on this past Monday. Jace was his guest, but he wanted the three of us there too.
Yeah, and let's not forget good old deleted scenes too.
Yeah.
Yes.
Deleted scenes asked us. It's been great. Deleted scenes Sunday night for the Other Side at Midnight show, and then DJ Ronnie G for the late show of DJ Ronnie G. That was fun. That was fun being on with those two gentlemen.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And
I've come to accept that the three of us are going to be stuck together forever now.
but we had a fun segment on DJ's channel, and we thought we would do something similar for tonight's show here on Pop Talk. And Baron made these up. And
nice.
First of all, let me show you the original picture I sent him, because I said to Baron after the show, I said, "You think you can whip up a few pictures if I send you one?"
That one kind of looks like a Jedi William Dafoe or something. That face.
Well, this is the picture I sent him. Picture of me.
Mm-hmm. Is that a wrestling belt on you?
Yeah, it's my replica ECW belt, because this was taken at the time my friend and I were doing his Over the Barricade podcast, where we would talk about AEW. Excuse me. AEW. There are 2 shows for the week, sometimes a pay-per-view, depending on what was going on during that week that we were talking.
Wait a moment. Replica? You told me it was real. You told me you won that. You lied to me. You lied.
I don't know who told you that, Baron. It wasn't me.
Lies, yeah.
Liar.
But he wanted to do a fun picture just as a gag for the both of us and close friends. Mm-hmm. So he said, you have your green screen. Could you grab one of your replica belts, take a picture, and then I'll do everything with my Photoshop and a few other programs that he had. So he did, and one of the pictures, and I'll have to try to find it, is PACIFIC414 is now going to AEW. Stuff like that. And he did a few other things. So, but, we were having fun. I said, yeah, sure. I said, are you able to eliminate the chair? Do you want me to take the chair out? He said, no, keep the chair there. Because all I really want is your face. Give me your face. I said, okay, I'll do that. So we have the original picture, and I'm just not going in any particular order, but I'm just going to show what Baron made. Because you know how Cash loves to give me a hard time, especially when I'm playing a game that I like to Rambo it? Well, guess what, Cash? I actually was considered for Rambo at one point.
Oh, were you?
There you go.
That's pretty good. It's pretty cool.
That's right. Now I'm really going to Rambo it.
He is, man.
Hey, yo.
Yes. Hey, yo. Hey, yo.
Adrian!
And then I was also a stand-in for Jonathan Frakes as Commander Riker on Star Trek The Next Generation.
Oh, not bad. I could see it.
And I'm frightened because Patrick Stewart's looking at me and saying, you're not supposed to be here. I'm going, no, I'm not. Let's see. And then they wanted me to stand in for Jeff Bridges during the filming of The Big Lebowski. Yeah, well, that's like your opinion, man.
Yeah, man.
And then, they wanted me to reenact my favorite scene from Godfather, but this is actually how I convinced Baron and Cash to be a part of Pop Talk. I just made them an offer they couldn't refuse.
Nice. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I mean, this morphing thing has been going on for what now? At least a few years. It's pretty cool, though.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then this is me when I auditioned for the Phantom Menace. Unfortunately, I didn't get the job. But they still took the photo anyway.
Yeah. It's pretty cool, though.
Yeah, and then this is me. And actually, to be honest, this is my favorite out of all of them.
Oh, yeah.
No,
nice.
Back in the 1920s, 1930s. Just there. Just there in front of my car. All happy. And look how spiffy I look.
You do.
He cleans up good, folks.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see. Let me go to one of the other ones. And then they had me stand in for William Shatner, even though there's an age difference between the two of us during the making of Star Trek VI, The Undiscovered Country. So there I am, standing in for William Shatner. They even put the toupee on me and everything.
Mm-hmm. Not bad.
It's a tribble.
And let's see. And then, I was asked again to reenact one of my favorite scenes from either TV or movies. So they said, yeah, we want you to portray Arnold like he was in Commando. So here you go. Yeah, this is me. This is me as Arnold. Look, I had to work out. I had to lift some weights. I had to pump iron and build some muscle. Yeah, Look at me. Look at me. I'll crush you. Yeah. And then this is me trying to fool George Lucas and re-audition for the prequels again. This time it was for the Attack of the Clones. And I said, I could be Obi-Wan. Look at me. I can be Obi-Wan.
Pretty cool.
And then this is me thinking I'm, badass and cool and
oh, not bad. Yeah, I like that. Yeah. You should try to make see if you can make a character close to that in Grand Theft Auto 5.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, but you know what? I was telling Baron backstage that the way it rendered the hair and everything, that's actually how I used to wear my hair before I decided I'm just going to shave it every time it gets long.
Yep. Yeah, Pat Wannabe said GTA 414.
Yeah. And then this is me again. This is for Revenge of the Sith. I wasn't giving up. I wanted to be casted in a Star Wars film.
And he's like, I will not give up. I will not surrender.
But come on, George. You want this face. You need this face. And then this is me on the cover of Cowboys and Indians. Hey, ladies. What do you think?
I thought it was Brokeback Mountain.
No, it's not Brokeback Mountain, Baron.
Yeah, that movie I still think is underrated, and I still think it's a good film. I know.
Yeah, I know what scenes you like.
And then
the Cowboys and the Aliens film, not the.
I almost forgot. I did audition for The Fifth Element. I auditioned for Corbin Dallas, and this is me auditioning for Corbin Dallas.
All right.
Yeah. Mila Jovovich wasn't too happy about it. She looked at the director and producers and security and said, "Get him off the stage now. He freaks me out."
Oh, wow. That's so good.
She was actually frightened when she was taking this picture. And let's see. And then we have this one here. Yeah. I'm like, what'd you say? Huh? Don't make me come over there.
He's gonna put your eye out with his feather.
But I actually did get a role in Star Trek. Yep. That's right. Before John Schuck was the Klingon ambassador, I was.
Another Klingon. Sweet. All right.
And then, you know what? I love wrestling so much, and Macho Man Randy Savage was my favorite wrestler, so I thought I'd go into the wrestling business. As Macho Mike Randy Savage, yeah.
Oh.
Look at here, everybody here on PACIFIC414 on Rumble and YouTube. They're watching Pop Talk, yeah. Where all the madness happens, yeah. Take it. And let's see. Then this is just me thinking I'm cool, calm, collective cowboy. Saying, get off my property.
That's on his ranch that he's got. Ever since he got monetized, he's able to afford all this stuff. So we thank you all for, branch 414 that he's got.
Cowboy Pacific. That's like one of those. So when you did that one, Baron, it was obviously more of a CGI or computer generated, whatever. Yeah, same thing. But
well, the thing is, this is a charity farm. Ranch 414 is a charity farm, kind of like Don Imus did with kids, except he's Mike's got it for wayward former bunnies and pets, and honeys. Those he has. They can come to his ranch for a week, and clothing optional.
Oh. Actually, I tell them leave the clothing at the door.
Except except for the bunny ears for the bunnies.
It's pretty cool, though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, Baron, you did a good job at making quite a few, so I just selected some of them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Is that all you have to show? Is it just those?
I'm just showing those. I don't want to show them all off.
Well, okay, well, folks, there is something though. He missed out on one of his big roles that he had.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
All right, if you want to show one of them. Fine, go ahead.
Yeah. Well, I can't. You got that up. You have to take that down so I can.
I will. One more time, we're just gonna look at Macho Mike Randy Savage. Oh yeah, dig it.
You know I had to do that.
Yeah,
of course you did. I would ask you about Uncle. You know what, Baron? The cream always rises to the top. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. See, he was in that one too. Yeah. Before they got Arnold.
Yeah.
Total Recall.
Yeah, that's right. I auditioned for Total Recall, and they got tired of hearing the guy doing the Arnold impression and hired the actual actor.
Okay.
They said no. We don't want Arnold, bootleg Arnold. We want Arnold.
I just Fet for hired him. I just Fet for hired Pacific because I was hoping he'd be taking that show a little long so I could get this all taken care of. Boom, there it is.
Well, I'm glad I can give you enough time because we do have enough time to talk about one more thing before we go over to Rumble.
All right. Rumble.
Yep. And you know what? We're going to save the Bob Iger story for when we're on the Rumble.
All right. Bob Iger.
But we are going to talk about Annie Potts.
I always had a thing for her.
I always thought she was attractive.
I enjoy her on Young Sheldon. She's done a lot of stuff. She's very funny.
That cute. She had that cute.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Is Pixie? Is that correct? Would that be correct?
Yeah. Yep. She's cute.
Absolutely. Yeah. And absolutely hysterical in the first Ghostbusters.
Yes.
Ghostbusters, what do you want?
Mm-hmm.
So now they want her to suit up. Well, that's cool.
Well, she did suit up in 2, didn't she?
Did she? She might have.
No, that was Lewis.
I don't think so.
Lewis suited up.
Okay, yeah. Lewis suited up. I thought she did with him. Okay, different. I know in the cartoon series.
No. In Ghostbusters 2, she told Lewis he looks very handsome. She helped zip up the jumpsuit.
I don't know what she was in 2016 because she was in 2016. So I don't know if she was. Still
but she wasn't Janine. She was a hotel receptionist.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So we had this article from Geek Tyrant. It's by Jessica Fisher. And it says Annie Potts talks about getting her character, Janine Melnitz, her getting suited up. So it says last week it was revealed that the Ghostbusters character, Janine Melnitz, played by the wonderful Annie Potts, was finally going to suit up in this next film and help bust some ghosts alongside her old friends. Bill Murray's Peter Venkman, Dan Aykroyd's Ray Stantz, and Ernie Hudson's Winston Zeddemore. Janine always played the receptionist who kept everything on track and delivered that important command to kick things into action. We got one!
Yeah. Yeah.
But now she'll see a bit more of the action. Sorry. In an interview in the most recent edition of Empire Magazine, Potts talked about this new development for Janine, saying that she's been included because of the dire situation we all find our characters in the sequel. It's a desperate situation, so it's all hands on deck. It turns out Janine is quite capable, as most women tend to be when given the chance. Mm-hmm. It came as a real surprise. We were weeks into shooting, and Gil Keenan director, came up to me and said, "We think it's time. We're going to have you suit up." Well, also think about it. If you think about it in Ghostbusters parameters too, she would know just as much about the equipment as the guys do. Having handled the traps and handled the equipment, Egon would have told her, well, this does that. Because if you remember the first Ghostbusters, she and Egon were a thing.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, and then the animated show, yeah.
Yeah. So she says once she got the suit on, it felt just right. I have to say, I did get a kick out of it. Janine has served long and well, and I felt like she was finally getting her stripes, She's clearly stayed in touch with the guys between Ghostbusters 2 and Frozen Empire, and she's really been the keeper of the flame at the firehouse. The Ghostbusters are kind of superheroes, so it's very nice to finally be seen in that way too. And yeah, I did see Ghostbusters Extreme, Baron, that episode where Janine puts on the old proton pack and one of the old suits. It says Janine even gets a fresh bit of Ghostbusting kit. Though what exactly she's equipped with, Potts is keeping quiet for now. It's not a proton pack, she teases. Thank God I didn't have to put a pack on because they're murderously heavy. And SOGs are getting on a bit.
Yep.
I could hear her saying that, though. I think it's so awesome that Janine is going to be ghostbusting with the best of them. She's an awesome character, and I love that she's getting her time to shine. Well, I mean, let's face it, too. This is probably the last time we're going to see, the surviving original cast of Ghostbusters in a Ghostbusters film. And, I look at it this way. I know they don't think about it like this, but I do. I do. With this year being the 40th anniversary of Ghostbusters, I think it's appropriate. If anyone's gonna, put on the suit, it's Janine of the original characters. She's a character that fans will go, yeah, I can see her doing it.
In a heartbeat.
Not hesitating to help out the team any way she could. So, yeah. And, this movie comes out, I think it's March 22nd. Let me... Yeah, March 22nd is when Afterlife comes out. Well, not Afterlife, but Frozen Empire, but I am looking forward to seeing it. It is one of the movies I plan to see this year besides Doom Part 2, which also comes out in March.
Yeah.
So that'll be fun. 2 movies that I'm looking forward to seeing, and I hope it's as good as I'm wanting it to be, but there is still a part of me that says, all right, don't get your hopes up too high.
Yeah.
What do you guys think?
I don't know.
Well, I think you should tell us a little bit more because I have a behind the scenes. Somebody took a picture behind the scenes, so it's a little grainy and all that. This was snuck out. So please, Mike, tell us more about the film.
I'm under an NDA. I can't say anything.
No, I know.
That's
I know we get
every Pop Talk.
I know for Afterlife, Baron, which I know you haven't seen. At some point, hopefully sooner than later, we should maybe set up a watch party in Discord or something.
Yeah,
we should watch Afterlife, I guess. So then we can
while you're getting your kale, we were talking about that.
The kale, like no kale. Like you said, I was looking for that Danish, man. I said, I'm looking for a Danish for this guy named Baron. They said, who's Baron? I said, I don't know, some dude.
That's great.
Oh no! Come on, Steve. I mean, I love you quoting the first Ghostbusters here. Do you believe in UFOs, astral projections, mental telepathy, ESP, clairvoyance, spirit photography, telekinetic movement, full trance mediums, the Loch Ness monster, and the theory of Atlantis? But this other idea, yeah, it is a horrible idea, Steve. Dress the Ghostbusters cast up as Disney princesses and let Janine sing "Let It Go." Oh God! Oh come on, Steve.
Steve, you're mean.
Wow, dude.
You're mean. That is mean. That is absolute mean. I don't know. He needs a timeout. He needs a timeout. That's all I have to sit back and say. A timeout. But speaking of which, did he say the Loch Ness Monster?
Yes, he said the Loch Ness Monster, and Jedi Master Raven says, I have mixed emotions. Afterlife was a send-off to me. I want more ghosts and new tech with the old. I understand that. I need 350.
So
I'm having way too much fun, folks. But before we do go, this is a little hit of because we're talking nostalgia, right? I remember when McDonald's. I do have this somewhere is packed away.
Oh,
but
wow!
Remember when they had those paper things they put on the trays?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, this is what they had.
Yeah, and they did the commercial with all of them in it, advertising McDonald's.
Yep.
I miss those days.
Got Beverly Hillbillies. We've got Get Smart.
Leave It to Beaver.
Leave It to
the
Beaver.
Munsters.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Gilligan's Island.
And the funny thing is Al Lewis was a vegetarian.
Was he?
Yeah.
Well, no wonder he's got that look like, why do I have to hold this hamburger?
Interesting.
Yeah, and sadly, they're all gone now. All of Buddy Upton and Don Adams, Bob Denver, Al Lewis, Barbara Billingsley, and I can't remember the name of Eddie Haskell, his real name, but yeah, he.
Yeah, and I refuse to watch that new Munster film. I'm just not going to do it.
Oh, that's the one, Rob Zombie's one.
Yeah.
I
refuse to watch it.
Now I want double cheeseburger and a large fry. Does anyone have tree veggie so I can go out and do that?
I mean, I was gonna say I could literally run down the street and get to a McDonald's for you, Baron, but I think it's gonna be cold by the time it gets to Minnesota.
Well, trust me, you just take a couple steps outside, anything's gonna be cold right now.
Yeah.
That's kind of a nice thing about not having your faces up. It's easier to do this stuff.
Yeah, it is.
I'll have to mess around with that program.
It's Rumble Studio. It's Rumble Studio.
Oh, okay. No, I mean the Tune Me and the whatever.
Yeah. The Tune Me.
Yeah.
Let's not forget the lost episode of Star Trek, though.
Wow, he's really getting that weed, man.
Yeah. But with the success though of that so-called musical episode of Star Trek, it's not good, folks. It's not good. I wish I could say it was, but it's not.
I saw more clips than I needed to see, and I'm thinking, oh God. What is
the Star Trek Comedy Hour?
Is this actually taken from Laughing or?
No, this is somebody. I think this might have been from Midjourney. This is not my work, but I found this and it was just, it's like okay, it's a Star Trek. It's the Star Trek Comedy Music Hour.
Somehow I don't see Spock doing jazz hands. I don't see it.
No. Huh. Like those 60 beach things, but it's a
oh gosh.
Yeah.
Star Trekking across the universe.
What did that one
trekking across the universe?
Mr. Washy Washy? Zulu is only one who matters. All rest, or something like this.
But we are.
Why do you keep calling Zulu? Zulu. It's Zulu.
It's
Zulu, man.
I don't know.
My God,
I don't know.
Get the character's name right.
It's Zulu. Did I call him Zulu?
Damn
again?
it, Baron.
That's funny.
Damn it, Baron. He keeps calling him Zulu.
I know. It's just funny. It's just a habit. But yeah, Zulu. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
This is what we need. Back to the future, man.
Back to the Future.
My all-time favorite trilogy.
3 movies, and then basically the 4th movie, the games. So the Telltale's game.
And I'll tell you one thing. We were talking Ghostbusters. If there is another quote-unquote Ghostbusters movie, is that freaking game, I tell you.
Yeah.
It is. It is absolutely. Yeah, I mean, I love that game. I was playing it in Discord, so I was kind of, when we were talking, so I was a little distracted. But
yeah, I had that game too. It's like when the remaster came out, I'm thinking, I don't need the remaster. I still have the game.
No, I'm talking about that new one that came out, that Spirits or whatever.
Yeah, is that
the Spirits Unleashed? The Spirits Unleashed.
Yes.
Yeah. But this is the game I'm looking forward to getting.
Wait, why are you looking forward to it? That's Phil's upcoming favorite
I gotta
game.
practice up so I can go. When they have the multiplayer.
I love that Waffle House Battle Royale. Yeah,
come on, you know that's Phil's favorite game because he's gonna want to select Waffle House Girl as his character.
He will.
Mm-hmm.
He will.
Well, really, we all know. We all know Phil's absolute favorite. This is
something to do with Skyrim, I would think.
No. This is what Phil's looking forward to. Yes, they're all covered up. No nudity, so don't have to worry about getting knocked. So
right.
Yeah. But yeah, that's what he's looking forward to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this is Phil's big thing he's really waiting for. I know it. The Big Mac.
So gentlemen, before we go solely onto Rumble, is there anything you'd like to share with our YouTube audience as far as what's coming up on your channels?
I'll let the Cash go first.
I was going to let you go first, Baron. But
okay, well, I'm just going to sit back and go and say here that, of course, Saturday, 7:00 Central Standard Time on Fandom Legacy, the last episodes of Babylon 5 Season 3. So I hope you all join us. It'll be, of course, me, Mike, Cash, and, of course, everyone's favorite Orca himself, Lord Crit of Everest Productions, and everyone's favorite troll. We all know him. We all loathe him. It is Phil McCracken of Release McCracken. And he will be joining us as well. So I hope people will be able to join. And, of course, whatever these two are doing, I'm not going to be too far behind. Cash.
Yep.
It's your turn.
We've got, let's see, today is Wednesday. Yeah, right. My Pixar.
I might as well put it up there since we're talking about it. Yeah.
Right. That's not bad. I like that one. So I have Ratchet and Clank. I'm trying to decide if I want to play that a few hours from now or just play it tomorrow. And then on Friday, we're going to try to get enough people for Among Us. And no, it's not going to be on VR chat. I know people can do private chats, but some people just don't like VR chat, and I understand that. It's okay. I've used it a few times, but the Among Us, so we'll see if we can get at least 8 people for that, and that's not going to probably go as long as something like our Vermintide 2 streams or our Dark Tide streams or our Myth Force streams, but it'll probably go if it can. Yep. But we'll see. We got to get at least 8 people though, because anything lower than that, it's just not going to be as fun.
Yeah.
Damn right.
Yeah, and that'll be at 6:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and I'll have that scheduled by probably tomorrow or whatever for Friday.
Awesome. And anything else for you, gentlemen?
Just and Dishonored. Dishonored will probably be played Saturday, either after the Babylon 5 or before it, but most likely after. So I want to start getting onto that game, and that game will be played either on normal or hard mode. So we'll see.
All right. And as far as what's coming up on PACIFIC414, well, tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I will resume playing Cuphead. I have 2 more soul contracts to collect on Isle 3 before I enter the gates of hell.
Ooh.
So I will be doing that. How long will it take me to beat those final 2 bosses in Isle 3? I don't know, but I have been practicing.
And then you get to go and visit Phil.
Yeah, pretty much. And then, of course, Sunday will be the Sunday edition of PACIFIC414 Pop Talk. Now, for those of you who are new here, unlike tonight's show where we do the first 2 hours on YouTube and Rumble, and then the 3rd hour over on Rumble only, Sunday's show has always been how it originally was, where we do the entire show on both platforms.
Yay.
So that'll happen at 1 p.m. Eastern on Sunday. And then next week, I do plan to play more Crisis Core, Final Fantasy VII Reunion.
Nice.
And
is my pipe so getting to you? I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Like I said, oh, sorry, folks.
Allergies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crap. Well, it's the way the weather's changing. You know, today.
Yeah, I understand.
Today it was 27. Tomorrow it's supposed to be in the high 50s.
Mm-hmm.
If we only listen to Greta Thunberg, you wouldn't have this.
No,
how dare
it's just how the weather is.
Yeah.
But again, I plan on playing more Crisis Core, Final Fantasy VII Reunion, and that'll probably happen again on Tuesday. And then, of course, next Thursday, it'll probably be more Cuphead. I'm definitely going to be focusing a lot on Crisis Core because I want to have that finished before Final Fantasy VII Rebirth comes out.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the goal.
You'll battle Emus again? Limu, Emu, and Mike.
Yeah, those killer emus.
I was reading.
No, really, they were.
Yeah. So Benjamin Franklin Mike is that who that is?
That's Earl Mike. That's
Earl Mike. Oh, excuse me.
I'm the Earl of Pop Talk. Yeah. The Earl of Pop Talk.
Yeah, so I thought we need to have a little bit of class here before we go over and show that we are, we're not just your typical channel out there. We are, have classy elements to us.
Yes. Well, speaking of having class, I want to say thank you to everybody on YouTube who was with us during the first 2 hours. I want to thank T-Gap Steve for the latest episode of Beverly Hills 414. Jedi Master Raven, thank you very much. There was also the Padawannabe, Admiral T, Low Spec Linux Laptop, 2 Penguins Enter, 1 Penguin Leaves.
2 Penguin.
Jason Fox of 540 Studios, Kitty Bear, and as I scroll up, DJ Ronnie G. And again, DJ, thank you very much for having us all on as your guest Monday night. Really appreciate it. Yep. And Susan Eckstein, thank you for subscribing to the channel. I hope you enjoyed what you saw, and also just hang in there with us. We're not always wild and crazy. We can get serious, and but we like to have fun. And she came from Admiral Teague, so thank you very much, Admiral Teague. Appreciate that.
Yeah, thank you, Admiral Teague. Yeah.
Yes, thank you.
Lady V Elements was here as well. Nice to see you again, Lady V. And that was everybody who I see on the YouTube side. So you should be getting the redirect link here shortly. And, come continue on the show with us on Rumble. Everybody's welcome. But if you got things to do, I understand. And if you do, have a great rest of your night. And I'll see you when I see you.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Take care, YouTube. Rumblers, stand by.
Night, YouTubers.